What's up, guys? Good morning to each and every one of us. Happy New Week once again, even though today is Tuesday. In this video, we shall be talking about Bitcoin and the market as a whole. So, without even wasting much of our time right here, we could see clearly that Bitcoin, pulled back yesterday, which was to be expected to some extent, but right now the target or the next Bitcoin's movement is definitely going to be volatile. It's going to be very, very volatile, given the fact that you could see right here from the daily, first of all, that this bear flag pattern here is still being retested low key. And if you also check the other chart right here, I think I kind of adjusted the bear flag pattern in a way just in case, and you could see we are still within this bear flag pattern. So just in case this bear flag pattern goes either way, I will definitely be updated. So right now we could see clearly that the market is not looking nice, because if you can see right here, the news has not really been good. 15 hours ago, the US military is preparing for potential strikes on energy targets in Iran, as President Trump sets final deadline of 8 p.m. Eastern time. So sorry about that. So you could see right here 8 p.m. Eastern time Tuesday for a peace deal. You could see details include military planners are preparing list of potential targets to provide Trump with options if he decides to attack energy infrastructure, US officials say. Trump said he would destroy all of Iran's power plants if Iran does not agree to reopen the Strait of Hormuz by Tuesday. There are many energy targets in Iran with a military nexus, US officials say. An energy source could be considered a legitimate military target if it has been used for military purposes, US officials say, such as if it is being used to provide fuel for rocket launchers. Trump's deadline is 31 hours away. So that is roughly a few hours from now. And you could see also, this was literally what Trump said about
the entire country could be taken out in one night. And that night might be tomorrow night.
Trump is really frustrated right now, trust me. Trump is really, really frustrated, but is he frustrated enough to take out the whole of Iran? Nope, he's definitely not going to do that. And Iran also came clashing back at US, saying that Iran has delivered its highly anticipated 10-point response to the US 15-point peace plan. And Iran's 10 points includes: one, guarantee that Iran will not be attacked again; permanent end of the war. So there should be permanent end of the war, which is definitely what everyone wants, not just a ceasefire; and to Israeli strikes in Lebanon, lifting off all US sanctions on Iran, and to all regional fightings against Iranian allies. In return, Iran would open the Strait of Hormuz. Iran would impose a Hormuz fee of $2 million per ship. That is quite a lot. That is quite a lot. And Iran would split these fees with Oman. Iran to provide rules for safe passage through Hormuz. Iran to use Hormuz fees for reconstruction instead of reparations. So President Trump's deadline for a peace deal with Iran is 25 hours away. So with the look of things right now, that is definitely what is going on. So I think obviously Iran would have to improvise. They will have to improvise one way or another after this meeting, because if they really want there to be peace, obviously most of these demands will not be approved or would not be accepted by the US overnight. It will take time for them to, start accepting some of these terms little by little. But what is most important is the fact that we end up realizing that, okay, it is time for peace to be made. For peace to be made, the Strait of Hormuz, for the US just wants the Strait of Hormuz to be open, because honestly speaking, once the inflation rate data comes out this Friday, there will be very, 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 very extremely high recession. And once recession comes in, inflation kicks in more. And once inflation is kicking in harder, prices of fuel will go up. A lot of things will go up. So obviously, this is definitely not what Trump wants. So this being said, we could say, okay, back to the technicals right now. Nothing really much is going on like that. So you could see we are still retesting resistance right here. You could see whenever we test this resistance right here, we drop. We test resistance, we drop. So, one way or another, we are probably going to break out majorly from this resistance, find support, and we could rally much higher. So I think this is definitely going to be how the market is going to be. In terms of the USDT dominance, the USDT dominance has found support where I said it's most likely going to find support, and I made it known to us that there are two major moves for the USDT dominance. It's either we break below this support right here or this resistance that's acting as support at 7.788%, or it's either we break below this or we find support around here, then rally much higher. And with the look of things, it seems like from the weekly time frame right now, this is most likely going to be the case. And if the USDT dominance is most likely going to be rallying from this level, we're most likely going to see it rallying all the way to 9.5%, and that will definitely not be good for risk on assets. So the market is still more bearish than bullish as we speak right now. Can't lie. The crude oil, I saw it at 115%, which is definitely high. And if the price of crude oil is going to be high before Friday, when if the inflation rate data comes out on Friday, things are definitely going to get out of hand, because definitely the price of crude oil being above $100 simply means one thing: inflation, recession. So that is definitely not what people want. So with the look of things, the crude oil is not even looking like it wants to back down any moment from now. And when you look at the S&P 500, it has broken out. This is definitely its confirmation candle. It is most likely going to be rallying today, depending on how the news is going to be. So if you look at gold is still doing very well. It has not still broken below $4,577. So I think this is just definitely what we need to know for now. Nothing too serious. Bitcoin still holding on very well, and yeah, that is just basically all I can say. Now, if Bitcoin is going to be making a higher high from here, I honestly do not know. But worst case scenario, we're most likely going to see Bitcoin dropping all the way down to 67,000, and if Bitcoin drops to 67,000, we should be expecting some level of support, as we've been finding support around here before we rally much higher, except some major news comes out and it's definitely not bullish regarding this Strait of Hormuz thing going on in the Middle East with US. So I think this is definitely all we need to know about right now. If you do enjoy this video, subscribe, turn on post notifications, smash that like button, and share this video with your friends, guys. Peace out.